So this past Monday, we made a video about making SSTV contacts over HF radio. Well, I had a few comments down below and they're requesting, okay, what if you don't have all this expensive gear? What if you don't have an HF radio? Well, today we're going to be talking about budget SSTV on 2 meters. I also remind everyone that you don't need an expensive radio and an audio interface cable to start working SSTV, or at least start playing around with it. In fact, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can make SSTV contacts with just a Baofeng radio, a $30 Baofeng radio, and something you probably already have laying around somewhere, a cell phone. So we're going to be using both of these items here to make SSTV transmissions between both to and from my computer, which is running SSTV, but they can also be made between two different individuals using the Baofeng and another cell phone. There are no cables needed, and you can also use any SSTV capable application so long as you have a speaker and a microphone on the device that you're using. I'll be using an application known as Droid SSTV. I'll put a link down below in the description to download that, and that'll be on Android. However, they do make an iOS one, and it does cost $2.99, so I'll put that link down there below as well, so you can check that out if you're running an iPhone. So in the first example, we'll be using our cell phone to play audio over to our Baofeng, which will be transmitting to my FT3D, which will be sitting on idle next to my computer microphone, and we'll have our SSTV application decoding that picture as it comes through. In the second example, we're going to use SSTV to transmit from our speaker into our Baofeng while I'm holding the push-to-talk, and it's going to transmit over to my FT3D, which is going to be placed next to my cell phone, and my cell phone is going to decode the message. So we're going to do it both ways, just so you guys have a good example of how you can do this. I would attempt to make a contact over 2 meter with SSTV. Unfortunately, in my area, it's not a whole lot of population. We just don't have that type of activity. So I will be transmitting it in between my devices from myself. However, you may be living in an area where there are active SSTV transmissions and contacts. And just in case, I am going to be using the SSTV frequency. There's not one designated, but it seems like the most common agreed upon is 145.600 or 145.500. So in the Droid SSTV app, there's not much to set up here. You just need to make sure you go to your settings, make sure you go to your TX settings, and you put your call sign in. After that, you'll be on this screen here for your RX. This right here will automatically detect the mode that you're receiving in and build your image and save it once it populates. And on your TX side here, you can select an image, which I am just using a stock Android photo that I have on this cell phone because I don't actually use this. But you can select your image here, and once you're ready, you just hit the Start TX button, and you can also pull up your macros here and enter your QSO data. So if I was contacting another station and I received an image, I can put it in their call and the signal report, their name, and the QTH or my QTH, and you can hit the Start TX button and transmit back. So let's go ahead and transmit an image using the cell phone and a Baofeng over to the computer. Alright, because we're going to be pumping this audio out over the air, I need to bring the transmission to the other room because I don't want the microphone picking up directly what the cell phone's putting out, because it's supposed to be transferred over to the radio. So I have my beautiful fiance here to kind of help me out. So here's what she's going to do. Whenever we start the TX, she's going to hold down the push to talk and make sure that the audio is playing into the radio. That way on the other side on the computer, coming out of my FT3DR, it'll be piped straight into the SSTV application to be decoded. So let's go ahead and get that started. Hold in this push to talk button here and then hit the Start TX button. So now, as you can see, it's not really a perfect image. You can make it out, but a lot of it is the fact that we're using my FT3D with a signal stick right next to all these monitors and all of my computer equipment, so there's definitely going to be some interference issues going on with this setup. But let's go ahead and transmit it back and do it the other way around. Alright, so let's go ahead and transmit that image back over. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
What did you
But the sound stopped coming out of this
What did
around
you
the same
do?
time that it stopped painting the picture.
What
I didn't do
did
anything.
You do?
I was just holding it.
Baofeng battery died, so we're going to charge that for a few minutes here and try that again. Alright, so let's try that again. So she's ready on the receive end. Let's go ahead and start transmitting. Alright, so let's see what we got. And there we go. What a beautiful, beautiful pup. It looks just like her.
The pet.
Anyways, so there we have the image back and forth. Alright, and that pretty much sums up 2-meter SSTV on a budget. This video is really made for technicians and new hams, because we always try to focus on some beginner stuff on this channel and some budget friendly stuff, and you don't really start out with giant HF rigs and that type of thing. So just want to make sure everybody knows, as a technician, you are actually able to do what we did in this video, 2-meter SSTV, and it's a really fun mode to experiment around with. The ISS actually does periodic SSTV transmissions, so you can receive those, and that's for everybody. You don't need a license to decode them. But to get the awards, you do need a license. But I really hope that this video can kind of help people who don't have all of that expensive radio gear and the audio interface. Just know that they can experiment around with this mode, and they can play with it and maybe make some contacts depending on where you're at. There are SSTV nets, there's SSTV contacts every now and then between amateur radio operators on the 2-meter. So broadcast it and try it out. I mean, the only thing that can happen is nobody replies, but nobody's going to reply if nobody starts that initial CQ message. So get out there and call CQ on SSTV. You never know who's going to be listening out there, and it could be a really cool contact. But I want to thank everybody for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It lets me know what you all like. Make sure you hit the notifications so you all know and are updated whenever I publish a new video. Right now, upload schedules are Mondays and Fridays. We're doing live streams on Sundays between 6 and 7 o'clock. I haven't figured out the schedule because I don't know exactly how this is going to work with this thing going on outside. But thank you guys so much for watching, and 73 to everyone.